Stop number 17 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to the 2-mile D-shaped racetrack in the middle of the beautiful Irish hills of Brooklyn, Michigan. Yes, there is a Brooklyn and somewhere else besides New York. We are here today at Michigan Speedway for the running of the Miller Lite 400, as we are set for 30 laps of racing here today. As we mentioned, on a 2-mile D-shaped racetrack here, speeds going to be very fast here today, much like they were at Pocono, except this is going to be a whole lot faster racetrack, obviously, too. On the pole for today's event here at 184 miles an hour, it is Kat Batson, the 27 McDonald's Ford. She won the season at Darlington. She's alongside number 12, Rob Evans, in the Rebecca's Buick. Second row sees Nathan Hudson in 55, the Skull Classic Oldsmobile. And Crown Patrol on that car as well, too. Excuse me. He's alongside William Brock in number 4, the Kodak Film Chevrolet. Third row sees Quentin Moore in car 21, the Citgo Ford. He's alongside Joshua Osborne, who won at Dover this season, the Mom and Pop Chevrolet, car number 31. Next row sees Kev Shear in 68 and number 22, Dylan Poteet. The next row after that will be two of our in-car cameras, Keith Batson in 28, Texaco Haviland Ford, and Kyle Matthews, number 42, the Mellow Yellow Pontiac. Both drivers have yet to win a race this season, and we'll see if they can do so today here. Next for us, he's Ryan Brommer in 66, the Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Ford. He won the 600 at Charlotte this season. He's alongside Cole Bieber in the GM Goodrich Chevrolet, car number 3. He won this season at Rockingham. Next for us, he's our third in-car camera, Charles Sanford in the 24 DuPont Chevrolet. He won in Atlanta and Riverside this season. He's alongside Benjamin Miles, his teammate, number 25, the Kodiak Chevrolet. Next for us, he's two-time winner this season, Matt McIntyre. He won at Richmond and the track sister to this at California. The Quaker State Ford, car number 26. He's alongside car number 29, Zachary Fitzwater and Hardy's Pontiac. He won this season at Pocono. Next row as Mike Becker in 43 and number 1, Zach Rogers, another two-time winner. He won at Talladega and North Wilkesboro. Next row sees the Daytona 500 champion Phil Parker in number 5, and he's alongside Johnny Gardner, who won at Bristol, number 8, the Snickers Buick. Next row is Jackson Haywood in 15 and number 2, Dylan Young. Next row after that would be car number 30. It is Jay Jefferson and number 14 of Ryan George. Next row has Levi McIntyre in 17, the Western Auto Chevrolet, and another two-time winner this season, Jessica Shelton, the number 9, the Coors Light Melling Ford. She won at Martinsville and Sonoma. Next row is number 52, Seth Cole in the Alka-Seltzer Pontiac, and number 6, Nathan Orman in the Valvoline Ford. Nathan's had a couple of top 5 so far this season as well. He come off a third place run at Pocono. Next row is Jesse Turner in 94 and number 83, Alex Miller. Next row after that would be car number 70, Wade Brummer, and number 18, Matt Haas, who finished second at that race at California, the track sister to this. Next row has number 10, Paul Minnick, and number 75, Laura Chung. And the next row after that would be car number 7, Christian Russell, and number 98, Gene Sanford. Next row after that would be car number 71, Henry Sanford, Gene and Charles' brother. And beside him would be car number 20, Mitchell Collins. Next row will be Jordan Anderson, number 90, and number 33, Jacob Thibodeau. And starting shotgun field will be Adam Garcia, and car number 11, the Boeser Ford. So the field of 41 cars lined up for some action here today at Michigan Speedway. We mentioned the pole speed 184.5 miles an hour, set by the 27 car of Kat Batson. So if all goes right, we should see draft speeds up to almost 190 miles per hour here at Michigan Speedway, about the same speeds we'll be seeing at Daytona next race on the tour for the Pepsi 400. Here comes the command to fire the engines for the Miller Lite 400. That's, ladies and gentlemen, start your engines, actually, to the guy giving the command there, because there's four ladies in the field this season. So the field's rolling off here. We will give you the green. We'll be back for the green flag here at Michigan right after this. Back at Michigan Speedway as the field rolls through turns 3 and 4, we will get the green flag here for this race here today. As we are at the halfway point of season 26, excuse me, on this one. Here as This is race number 17 on the season. Will be 17 in the books and 17 races to go after this race completes. The pace car looks up on the pit road. Field being led in the hands of Cat Bats in the number 27 McDonald's Ford and Rob Evans in the number 12 Ray Buss's Buick. The green flag waves, and what a jump Rob Evans got here. Might have timed that one perfectly, actually, here. May not get black flag for the start. But Cat Batson staying right there on the inside of him as they come through turns 1 and 2. 3 wide already between Quentin Moore, Nathan Hudson, and William Brock. And here comes number 21. Look at Quentin Moore to the low side. Quentin gets a good run to the low side. Gets the help of Kev Shearer in 68. Ryan Brommer 66 and Charles Sanford in 24 as they come off turn number 4. And Quentin Moore, who has won here before at Michigan, he's going to lead the first lap. He's still looking for his first victory of the season. And look at this. They are 4. And look at this. They are 4 wide. This is not going to end pretty here at Michigan Speedway. And just as I predicted, not going to end well here for sure. And look at, oh my goodness. A bad crash in turn number 2. Keith Batson, Jay Jefferson, Nathan Hudson, Alex Miller's in it. 70 car, Wade Brummer's involved, the Rumpel Furniture Pontiac. And we got more cars crashing here. Cat Batson, the Pulsar's crashed. Cole Devers crashed in the 3 car. The Brennan all torn up in that Goodrich Chevy. Seth Cole involved. I thought I saw Dylan Young in the number 2 car involved as well. Matt McIntyre led him back to the start-finish line in the Quicker State Ford. Yeah, there's Dylan Young, number 2. He's involved. Phil Parker involved. Kev Shearer involved. Rob Evans involved. Better question is, who wasn't involved? That's a better question here. A big crash on the second lap has pretty much taken out several really good cars out of this race. I figured when they got 4 wide, though, I figured when they start getting 4 wide, I figured it was not gonna end well. Let's take a look at what happened. There's the eye of the storm right there. There's Keith Batson, 28. He and Jay Jefferson, Nathan Hudson, Kev Shearer. They were, and Jay leaned on Keith a bit right there, and then shoves Keith into Hudson, shoves Hudson into Kev Shearer, sends Shearer up and over. Look at the 4 car. William Brock, he was involved. Fitzwater spins. And several other cars playing a game of where do I go when I get there. Gene Sammer got tagged by Cole Deaver. Several cars on the inside. Jacob Thibodeau, Adam Garcia. Several cars that have all got through unscathed. On board with Keith Batson. And Keith's wondering if is my luck ever going to be better here this season. Now we're going to look at what happened to Dylan Young in the number 2 car. It really all started when this crash was going on here. There's the Benjamin Miles and Zachary Fitzwater got in there. Osborne got tagged somehow too, and it sent him right into Dylan Young's car. Kyle Matthews with a little bit of damage in the number 42 car. There's Dylan Young spinning around and around he goes. Where he stops, nobody knows. There's the puts her back in the gear in the number 2 car, and Kyle Matthews apparently not pleased with all that. Takes his frustration out on Dylan Young, and Phil Parker just clobbered him. Zach Rogers and Jessica Shelton both miss him, and then here they come. Let's see, who hit Young? There's where Cole Deaver got involved. He crashed, and Seth Cole slams into Dylan Young's car. Somehow, Cat Batson and Matt Haas both miss him. As Kyle Petty would say, that's incredible. And Kyle Matthews almost took his frustration out on it. Kyle Matthews almost took his frustration out on an innocent Adam Garcia. Kyle Matthews' perspective, let's ride with him. And Dylan pulls out right in front of Kyle Matthews. That's what happened right there, too. So I say Kyle's going to have a little talk with Dylan Young on that one right there, pulling out right in front of him, causing Kyle to rear end Dylan Young and put Dylan Young right into the wall. So there's the attrition list already right there. 8 cars out of the race here. Cole Deaver, Nathan Hudson, Dylan Young, Phil Parker, Kev Shearer, Rob Evans involved. So was Jay Jefferson and Seth Cole, all the cars involved in that crash, and that's pretty much. And we're not 10 laps into this race. When they crash big at Michigan, they crash big at Michigan. That is for darn sure. Matt McIntyre leads us on the restart on lap number 7 here, with Mike Becker second, then Jackson Haywood, Ryan Brommer, and Charles Sanford, the top 5. As the field goes through turns 1 and 2, and McIntyre, you remember as we mentioned, one of the tracks he won was a track sister to this at California Speedway, and so this may be the same setup he had at California, possibly. Looking to become the first driver to win 3 times this season here, and so is Charles Sanford for that fact too. Sanford looks to the low side on Jackson Haywood for second place here. Mike Becker's already shoved up to the high side. He's losing spots quickly. Quentin Moore up there. Here comes number 94. Jesse Turner. Christian Russell in the 7. And several cars got held up, looks like, here. Levi McIntyre right there. There's Jessica Shelton in the tail end of that pack there in 16th position. There's for the other cars where they're kind of straggling along back there. Alex Miller is up there, and he's got the help. He's going to get the help from Adam Garcia and Nathan Ormond. See what they're clocked at this time by here. Miller clocked in the 18th position. Garcia's now going to take. Actually, Garcia's going to take 17th away from Alex Miller and bring Nathan Ormond with him. And a scraped up Joshua Osborne in that mix too in the number 31 car. Osborne runs in 21st position at the moment. Keith Batson and Kyle Matthews also struggling along back there as well. And here they come off turn number 4 here, and there's number 14, Ryan George. Levi McIntyre is trying to go way down on the low side, almost made it 4 wide, but thought better of it. Jessica Shelton now trying to close in behind him. McIntyre gets shoved up to the high side now. Shelton goes low, says, I'm going to try to take position away. Levi says, over my dead body you will, and keeps position right there for the moment here, but now here comes, and we also got a lead change too. Zach Rogers now takes position from Matt McIntyre. Charles Sanford takes the lead, by the way. He led the last time by. Jesse Turner second, and Christian Russell up to third position in the number 7 car. A couple of top 5s up already here, and both of them are on plate tracks at Talladega and Daytona. Actually, I think he came in top 10 at Talladega, actually, more like. He's had a few top 10 races already. Top 10s already here. He finished top 10 at Daytona, or top 5, I should say, at Daytona. Top 10 at Talladega, and a top 10 at Bristol. And here he's looking pretty strong again here at Michigan. So Russell looking strong here at this point here. Zach Rogers gotten by him for second place here. Charles Sanford is now holding on to that top spot for the moment. Number 24, DuPont Chevrolet. Jessica Shelton up to 4th position now, and trying for 5th position is Ryan Brommer as he looks low as he gets by Jesse Turner, and he's got the shove from the 15 car of Jackson Haywood. Meantime, battle for the lead, Christian Russell. Look at him in that 7 car go as he goes to the low side of Zach Rogers. They both already passed Charles Sanford And they come off turn number 2, and it's now Oldsmobile versus Ford side by side. Which one is Shelton going to go with? She looks like she's going to go Zach Rogers for the moment. And they come off turn number 4. They're still side by side between the 7 and the 1. Who's going to lead this lap? Is it going to be Russell? Nope, it's going to be Rogers at the line. And now they're 3 wide, 2 rows deep here, and Quentin Moore, like a shot out of a cannon, goes to the lead now in the 21 car. Let's see, where was he clocked the last time? He was clocked 5th the last time by. Here comes Paul Minnick in the 10 car. We haven't talked about him much this season. And he's up to 2nd place right now, the number 10 tied Ford. McIntyre to 3rd position now, and up to 4th now goes Dylan Poteet, Mike Becker trying for 5th, and here. And Benjamin Miles, who's got a little scrape on the side of his number 25 Kodiak Chevy. He's now trying for the top 5 position himself. Here comes Matt McIntyre to try to spoil that for him to the low side. He's on the low side. And give a call to the 20 car, Mitchell Collins, who's had a couple of top 10s already this season as well. And he's up to the 10th position right now. Charles Sanders trying to shove him. But meantime, Mitch is caught up on the middle of the racetrack now. '14 car of Ryan George up there now. Here comes Brommer and Turner's on the low side too. And also got a car a lap car up ahead. That's the 75 car, Laura Chung. She was involved in a crash too. And she's going to troll the 10 and the 21, the 26 cars as well. And that's going to let them, who was that shot out to the lead? It looks like Levi McIntyre is now your leader of the race in the 17 car. So he's now moved up to the lead. 2nd is Mike Becker. 3rd is now Sanford as 75 car now caught up in the middle of the track here. Matt McIntyre with nowhere to go. As Mitchell Collins and Paul Minnick's going to split him up the middle here, and McIntyre still can't get to the low side. Henry Saber's going to get by him, and so is this 83 car, Alex Miller. Johnny Gardner up there. Here comes 6, Nathan Ormond. Matt McIntyre right now following behind that 75 car, thinking, why me? Why? And now finally, the 26 car gets some room right now, and now squeezes between a couple of more other green cars, the 18 of Matt Haas and the 33 of Jacob Thibodeau. So that has spread the field up just a little bit here, and now Levi McIntyre and Mike Becker both get gulped up by the whole entire field. And I think it looks like now Charles Sanders back in the lead. Yes, he is. Number 24. Getting by a couple other lap cars here. William Brock in the 27 car of Cat Batson. Cat Batson, you remember, was the pole sitter for the event. And now Zach Rogers caught between the 27 and the 4 cars, and Mike Becker now in the 43 car trying to get by him. And now Becker's caught behind the 27 car now. Christian Russell goes by, so it's 21. Quentin Moore. Lap cars sometimes can be your best friend, though, but sometimes they can also be more of a hindrance to some extent, too, here. Zachary Bitswater, they're going by him now in the number 29 car. Now, meantime, 3 wide, Jackson Haywood in the 15 car. He goes by Benjamin Miles. Now goes by Charles Simon, and it's number 15, Jackson Haywood to the lead. Nope, excuse me, Ryan George to the lead. Number 14, the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevy. How about that? Ryan George now goes to the top spot now, and here comes number 2066. Here comes number 66, Ryan Brummer. He's looking to win his second race this season. He won the 600 at Charlotte earlier this season in the Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Ford. And we are quickly closing up on 10 laps to go at Michigan, by the way, too. Here, Quentin Moore in 21. He wants to get his first win of the season. Through turns 3 and 4 they come here as Moore looks to the low side. They're going to be side by side. 10 laps remaining. That was the completion of lap number 20. Ryan George goes low. And, oh, no, they're 4 wide through 1 and 2. Much like they were on the very first lap of this, second lap of this race here, that took a lot of the cars out. That caused the big one. But they got down to 3 wide here at least. But still, the 3 wide is still pretty sketchy on this track here. Now they go through the 3rd and 4th turns now. Oh my gosh, this looks like what you're going to see at Daytona later on this season. And also the second stop at Talladega too. In fact, Daytona is next on the tour for the Pepsi 400 now as we got now 9 laps remaining at Michigan. Several of those cars scraped up and after that crash off the second turn. And they're still making a go of it here today at Michigan as they go down the backstretch here. And meantime, Ryan George still continues to lead this race here. Battle for second between Mitchell Collins and Zach Rogers. And Collins goes to second place now. And where did Johnny Gardner come from in the number 8 car? He's up to 3rd spot. Gene Sanford up ahead in 98, though, another lap car. Sanford is 28th position, and I think she's the last car on the lead lap, I think. Yes, she is. Her and Kyle Matthews are the last 2 on the lead lap. Matthews is about 16 seconds ahead of Sanford, however, so they may catch him or they may not. I'm not sure. Well, in these last coming to 7 laps of this race, but gonna be darn close. Cars now strewn all over the place. Oh no, 4 wide. Yellow flag flies. Oh gosh, this is gonna be a scramble. And it's the 15 car, Jackson Haywood. Oh, he was having a heck of a run too. Number 15 Motorcraft Ford. He was running in. He was up in the top 5 or top 10 almost not long ago. Take a look at this again. They were about 4 wide going into turn number 1. Ryan Brommer and Jesse Turner got together, sent Charles Sanford and Quentin Moore, and then Mike Becker and gets into Nathan Ormond, and then oh my gosh, about what 7 cars in this crash? They got all performing the accordion effect a little bit, going through turns 1 and 2. Same place we saw that big one happen, except this is a little bit further back in the track. Oh, and several of these guys were having good runs too. Orman was having a good run, so was Brommer, so was Becker, so was Turner, so was Moore, so was Haywood for that back too. See, I thought I saw another incident happen going in the 3rd turn, I thought. Yeah. Well, there may not have been another crasher. I thought there was another crash that happened, but it doesn't look like there was there. So now that crash is now taking Brommer out of the race has taken the 15 car of Jackson Haywood and the 94 of Jesse Turner and Ormond and William Brock out of the race there. Like I said, shame some of those guys are having really good runs. Look like they're going to give themselves possibly another top 10 at the closest race, though, but not going to be here. So restart for the second caution today will be a 3-lap shootout to the checkered flag here. Ryan George is your leader. Then second is Johnny Gardner. Third is Cole Deeb, or third is, I should say, Joshua Osborne. Deeber's out of the race, unfortunately for him. Fourth is Paul Minnick, and fifth is Matt McIntyre. Green flag is out. 3 laps remaining at Michigan. 98 car of Gene Sanders not on the lead lap here in this portion of the race here. Ryan George looks like he's got a pretty good start here, but here they come off turn number 2. Joshua Osborne's got the push for Jessica Shelton. Off turn number 2 they come here. Shelton to the low side now. Osborne to second place for the moment. But here comes number 9. Shelton to the low side. She's got Matt McIntyre and Adam Garcia behind her. Off turn number 4 they come. 2 laps remaining at Michigan. Ryan George out in front. Shelton the second. Matt McIntyre up the third position here. Adam Garcia, we haven't talked about him much this season. He is up to the. He's trying for fourth position here. Here, Joshua Osborne's gotten by him. And meantime, we got a massive pack right here. Here, Johnny Gardner up to the high side, loses out in that battle here. Dylan Pote at the second position. Meantime, the white flag is waved, and we have 1 lap remaining at Michigan here. In the Miller Lite 400, can Ryan George hold him up for his first victory of the season? Well, we'll find out here. Matt McIntyre tries for second place. Now he's got it. Osborne tries to battle him for second place. This may be all she wrote right here. McIntyre's got the push from Shelton there at the second and third. Now Shelton to the low side for second place here, and that may be it right here for the finish here. She's going to try to make a charge on Ryan George off turn number 4, but it's not going to happen. And for the first time this season, Ryan George goes to victory lane. Ryan George wins the Miller Lite 400. What a fine drive by the number 14 Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet. Ryan George out of Kev Shear Racing Tech goes to victory lane here today at Michigan Speedway. Jessica Shelton will come home second. Third place will go to Joshua Osborne. Fourth to Matt McIntyre. And how about Adam Garcia finishing 5th in the final running order here? His first top 5 since the Daytona 500. Great run by number 11 team, and he has been very vocal about how bad that team has been running the last few races here. So not this time, Adam. A darn good run here for out of that team. 6th will go to Levi McIntyre. 7th place will go to Dylan Pote. Benjamin Miles 8th. Alex Miller comes home in 9th. And Zach Rogers just noses out Mitchell Collins to finish in 10th position here. Collins comes home in 11th. A good day for him. Wade Bremer was 12th. 13th, Christian Russell. 14th, Jacob Thibodeau. And Keith Batson recovers back from being involved in the crash on the second lap of the race to finish in 15th position. So 17 races are in the books here this season here as Ryan George takes his cool down lap of honor. Rest of the finishers here: Paul Minnick was 16th, and Matt Haas, Johnny Gardner, Quentin Moore, and Mike Becker the top 20. Charles Sanford was 21st, and Kyle Matthews was the last car to finish on the lead lap in 22nd position. Gene Sanford 23rd, Zachary Fitzwater 24th, and Laura Chung was the last car to finish in 25th. Cars out of the race. A big list. Henry Samper, Ryan Brommer, Jackson Haywood, Jesse Turner, Nathan Ormond was the top 30. Then William Brock, Kat Batson, Jordan Anderson, Cole Bieber, Nathan Hudson, Dylan Young, Bill Barker, Kev Shearer, Rob Evans, Jay Jefferson, and Seth Cole was the last of the finishers. in today's event here. All in all, 16 cars out of the race. Unreal here, I tell you. There, so here. But average speed here, 128.638 miles an hour, and Ryan George gets his first victory of the season. Here as he wins the Miller Lite 400. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got InterAssist, we got gaming videos, we got online videos as well. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Cell Cup Series on this channel as well. Here, I guarantee his races are a lot better than what I have to offer too. So anyway, that will do it here for today's race here at Michigan Speedway. Here for now, this is James Cross. This has been a production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. We will see you at Daytona International Speedway for the Pepsi 400 under the lights for nighttime excitement.